त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी। वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे। परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
समर्थ बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी। बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर। जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा। अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
संग्राम में जी Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. With the blessing of our Param Puja Gurudev, Shri Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, we have been chosen by Shri Bhagwan himself to read Geeta, teach Geeta, and live Geeta. Monday to Friday, every day we attend our classes, so read Geeta. We offer our seva in several fields to bring awareness about Geeta Ji. Hence, we are contributing to teach Geeta. And every Saturday, Sunday, we get this opportunity to attend Vivechan session and be able to live Geeta. This Saturday evening, I welcome all you blessed sadhak to this final interpretation session of a beautiful chapter, 6th Adhyay, Atma Sanyam Yoga. Prayer. Prayer is a wonderful exchange between Shri Bhagwan and Bhakt himself. We offer all our worries to him, and in exchange, he fills us with grace and blessing. For the opening prayer, I am going to invite Geetanjali Didi. Geetanjali Didi is from Nagar, Maharashtra. She was a lecturer of mathematics and joined Geeta Parivar in August of 2022. Right now, she is offering her seva as a tech for level 2 and also a supervisor for calling and migration team. Welcome, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna to everyone. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna to everyone.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi, and thank you for bringing Krishna amongst us. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, all the time, let it shine. For today's Deep Prajalan, I'm going to invite Sevit Didi. Sevit Didi is from Delhi and she is M.Ed in Arts. She has joined our graphic and designing team and she's offering her seva as a tech support. In fact, even for Vivechan, she offers her seva for tech and is there present in the calling and migration team as well. Didi?
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
What a beautiful divine darshan, Didi. Thank you so much. In this well-lit atmosphere, the stage is all set to welcome our very, very charismatic Rupal Didi. Rupal Shukla Didi is one of our youngest program coordinators. She is a Geeta Vrati and Geeta Pravina and has actually grown up with Geeta Parivar. She is our very own Geeta Parivar child. And you can see the glow on her face because of the upbringing that she got with us in Geeta Parivar. Right now, she is in charge of our literature team and all the PDFs that you get is all because of a sharp scrutiny of the sharp brain. She participates in a lot of Shalaka and Vakyat programs, and she's a winner of those debates and such competitions. In fact, I must admit that once Didi had won her first prize all over India, and I actually was foolish enough to ask her, was it in Sanskrit and did people understand Sanskrit? And she laughed it off. Of course, people understood Sanskrit over there. She is pursuing her Advaita Vedanta course with Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth in Kerala. And Didi is a beautiful, beautiful combination of sharp brain with a very kind heart. She leads us to this path of divine scripture. Last week, Didi gave us that beautiful example of 100 feet of well, and where this person had dug 10 feet of 10 feet depth, and how we distribute our energies everywhere instead of concentrating. So Didi, we are looking forward for you to take us further and give us those live examples that you give to make it so effective. Welcome, Rupal Didi. Let's start our session.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much, Meenakshi Didi. Let's start today's session with the prayer. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Today, actually, we have to complete that chapter because we were seeing all the shlokas in very much detail, and now we are having less time to complete that. But yeah, mostly we have covered all the concepts, but today we are going to see a new concept that we'll be discussing in all the shlokas. So we will be going little faster. Just try to catch the things because topic is not tough to understand. That topic is easier, just something new to us. In the last session, we have seen that how Lord was explaining the discipline of meditation, and in 38th verse, he told that how this Advaita, he told actually about the Advaita Darshana, how that yogi sees everywhere the Paramatman. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati tasyahan na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati. He who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, he never becomes separated from me, nor do I become separated from him. From here, now from 31st shloka, we are going to start today. He will be taking that discipline of meditation only further, and then we will be seeing so many things, so many new things. Yeah, Shobhaji, please mute. Okay. सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते. Sarvabhutasthitham. Now I will be taking some Sanskrit meaning also, because when we are learning further, we have to get the meaning of those words also. Sarvabhutasthitham yo mam. Bhuta here, not the ghost, not the witch. Bhuta means the elements, the 5 elements, and Sarva Bhuta, Bhuta also means the pranis, the beings. So Sarva Bhuta Sthitam Yo Mam, abiding in all the beings, Yo Mam Bhajati, who worships me, Ekatvam Asthitaha, Ekatvam, united, established. Sarvatha Vartamanopi Sayogi Mai Vartate, Sarvatha Vartamanopi, in every way remaining also, that yogi abides in me only. It means who is worshipping me with all the ways. In 12th chapter we see in word Paryupasate, who worship me in all the ways. Here the Lord is telling Ekatvamasita bhajatye yo mam bhajati sarvabhutasitam sarvatha bhajati. In all the ways he is worshipping me. So that person abides in me only. They never get separated from me. Even whatever they are doing, whatever they are performing, the actions and whatever they do, they dwell in me only. They abide in me only. They never get separated from me. He who is being established in unity in that Lord worships me, dwells in all the beings, because that person is seeing that Paramatman in everyone, in all the beings. So that is the Advaita Darshan. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. We all are the eternal part of that Paramatman only, that eternal reality only. We are not separated from that. We are that only. So Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, this word is just illusion. This word is not real. Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. We all are the Jivas, but we are not something else. We are not something separated from that Brahman. But Naparaha, we are not something else. We are that Jivo Brahmaiva. We are that only. When in Advaita, the concept comes Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. So Aham Brahmasmi is I am Brahman. Tattvamasi means you are also that Brahman. That Tat Tvam Asi. Tat means referring to that Brahman. The pronoun is always referring something which is Buddhist, which is in our minds. So Tat Tvam Asi. You are that Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, that Brahman. So you are also that Brahman only. So there, this Brahma, Satyam, Jagan, the Advaita concept, we are seeing everywhere that Paramatman. For us, actually, it is difficult to see that Paramatman even in a one person. But we seen that story, how the Ramatirtha was running after that dog. Shunichaiva Shwapakecha Pandita Samadarshana. Everywhere they are seeing the Lord, that Parabrahma Paramatman only. They are not differentiating anything. And they are actually able to do that because they have practiced the discipline of meditation. Now in next shloka, the Lord explains the merit of that enlightened yogi who believes in that formless God, that Parabrahma. We are worshipping the Sagura Sakara Brahman, the Rama in some form, having some form, the Rama, the Krishna, Lord Krishna. So we are worshipping these forms, but we believe in that Advaita Darshan. There is only one reality, nothing is true. Everything is just illusion, everything is just mithya, nothing is eternal, nothing is truth. Brahma is only the truth, the eternal truth. So we believe in that concept still, we worship that Sagura Sakara Nirguna. There is no problem. So now Lord is telling who worships that formless God, that unmanifest God, that Nirguna Nirakara. What happens? Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Someone asked where we are. So we are on 32nd shloka. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yaha. Yaha sarvatra samam pashyati. Sukham vaya diva dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Atmaupamyena means there is one drishtanta. They are comparing that upma they are giving. So he who by reason of the similarity of the cells everywhere, I am also Brahman and everyone is that Brahman only. Nothing is other than that Brahman in this universe and in other universes also. So they are comparing. I am also Brahman, everyone is Brahman. So Atma Upamyena, Atma Upama. Atma Upamyena Sarvatra. Everywhere they are saying Samam Pashyati Arjuna. They are saying that Brahman only, that Paramatman only, Samam Pashyati Arjuna. Yaha Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, who is seeing everywhere that Paramatman only, which is dwelling in himself. Sukham vayadiva dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Sees the pleasure or pain as the same everywhere. When I am happy, what do I feel? When I am sad, what do I feel? How is my feeling? So whatever I am feeling when I am in happiness or I am in pain, this same, that person also starts feeling for others. So when that feeling comes, the sorrow and the happiness is equal for everyone. How we start behaving? Then we always take care. What I don't like, I will not do that with others. What I like, what behavior I like for me, what actions I like for me, the things I like for me, I will be performing with everyone, say in that same manner. So here Atma Upamyena, that's why Atma Upamyena, this word is used here. Sarvatra samam pashyati, sukham vaya diva dukkham. He sees the pleasure or pain as the same as everywhere. Whatever he is feeling, he thinks that they will also be feeling the same. That's why I should not trouble them. I should not disturb them. I should not agitate them. So these feelings start coming, and we try to make everyone happy, because I feel happy when something happens according to me. Sukham vaya diva dukkham sayogi paramo mataha is deemed as the highest. That yogi regarded as highest. Now, from the 10th shloka to 32nd shloka, Lord explained the discipline of meditation. Now, after listening all of that, as our teacher is teaching in our classes, and after listening all the concept, we have some doubt. Now, Arjuna is also having some doubt. A question arises in Arjuna's mind. He says, Arjuna uvacha yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samyena madhusudana etasyahanna pashyami chanchalatvat sitim sthiram. From here, all the shlokas are so beautiful. All the shlokas having a very nice meaning. Actually, we have heard this concept, but where in Bhagavad-Gītā? Here in 6th chapter. Yoga Bhrashta concept is going to start. Arjuna has a doubt. He asked, this yoga of elity, the samam yoga, samam pashyati Arjuna, this yoga of elity, which has been declared by you, O Krishna, I do not see that it can be steady because of the fickleness of the mind. Even for 1 minute or 2 minutes, or even for 1 hour or 1 day, I can think that, yeah, whatever everyone is feeling, that is same as my feeling, or I'm meditating, or I'm feeling everyone same as mine. I am also that Atman, and everyone is having that Paramatman. For 1 day or 1 hour or 1 minute, that is possible. Okay, we can do that with so much effort, by putting so much effort. But that, I think that is very difficult for us because of the fickleness of our mind. Many times in Vivachan Satras, also interpretation sessions, so many people ask the question, we know that we should not get angry on someone, but still we are getting that anger. Still we are speaking something we should not speak. So all are the questions, all these questions are there. The same thing Arjuna is asking. Our mana is very chanchala. Arjuna knows that. Because of the fickleness of mind, I don't think that we would be able to be steady on that. So he is again elaborating that question. Chanchalam himanah Krishna pramati balavadridham tasyahan nigraham manye vayoreva sudushkaram. As we also say, it is very difficult. So no one is telling that is going to be easier for us. Everyone knows that is difficult. Arjuna is also telling, Chanchalam himanah Krishna pramati balavadridham. There are so many adjectives for that mana, specific mana. See how important our mana is. Oh Krishna, the mind is indeed unsteady, destructive, pramati. Chanchalam himanah Krishna, unsteady. Chanchalam, pramati, who is having the nature of pramatan, the destruction, destructive. Pramati balavad, dridham balavad, the strong, and dridham, obstinate. To control it, tasyahan nigraham. Nigraham means controlling something. Tasya aham nigraham manye. Aham manye tasya nigraham vayorev sudushkaram. This is the anvaya here. In shlokas, everything is told according to the meter, according to the tone. But in Sanskrit language, actually there is a anvaya. How? Reforming that sentence. Actually not reforming, forming that sentence. Because in a shloka form, that is not the sequence of the words. So that is called anvaya, where the words are connected and what the form should be of that sentence. So here, aham manye tasya nigraham vayorev sudushkaram. Kasya nigraham manasaha nigraham vayorev sudushkaram. He is telling, O Krishna, the mind is indeed unsteady. Chanchalam, pramati, balavad, dridham, tasyan nigraham manye, vayuriv sudushkaram. I believe is very difficult, just as just as controlling the wind. As we cannot control the wind, it is also the same difficulty we will face when we are trying to control our mana. Because vayu riva sudushkaram, why the vayu? Because controlling the vayu is very difficult. We can control the fire. Okay, fire is there. We can use the water or something, and the water also, and the prithvi tattva also. But controlling the wind is very difficult because you cannot control the wind. If it is flowing from here, that will be flowing. How can we control putting some curtain or taking our hands or using our hands? No, we cannot do that. That's why Sudushkaram, very difficult. That is very difficult. How controlling the wind, the same for our mana also. How clearly the Arjuna is putting his question. See, he knows everything. After this question, we can get that. He knows the mana is so flickery. It is always flickering. So it is very difficult to control that. And Lord is also not denying that statement here. He is going to tell, he is going to support that statement in next verse. So by supporting this statement of Arjuna, Lord is going to explain the way how to control our minds, and this is very important for us. And that is many times, if before joining this Learn Geeta also, whenever we hear any lecture or anything, how to control our mind, again and again this answer only comes, what Lord has told here. Let's see. Śrī-Bhagavānuvaca Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigrahanchalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena Jagahyate. The second line of this verse is very, very important. I always say this shloka is important of Bhagavad Gita. This shloka is very important. Same as this 35th shloka is very important. Among some most important shlokas. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Undoubtedly, asamshayam mahabaho. Mahabaho is whose hands are very long, mighty armed. Mahabaho. Mahantah bahu yasya saha mahabahu. Mahabaho. Mano durnigraham chalam. Lord said that undoubtedly, Arjuna, the mind is difficult to control and restless. Durnigraham chalam, it is restless. Abhyasena tu kaun, but still there is a way. There is nothing which is not having a solution in this world. So everything is having some solution. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. It can be attained by the practice and by the dispassion, by the vairagya. So by the abhyasa and by the vairagya, actually what happens is both the things are important. Sometimes we start practicing abhyasa for 3-4 hours. We might have seen the people that they are practicing the meditation and they are worshipping for 3-4 hours. They are doing some good karmas, but still they are fighting with others or they are scolding others and they are so much interfering in others' matter. So why that happens? Because they have followed the only one principle, abhyasa, but not the vairagya part. Vairagya is also equally important. If we are just practicing worshipping the Lord and we are not following the vairagya, we are still connected to this word and we are not actually separated from this word and we are just my family, my friends, my siblings, and everywhere the mind is still there. If that is there, then it is very difficult for us to control that mana. That's why Lord is saying, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Both these principles are equally important to us for attaining that control, for getting that control over mana, for winning that mana. So let's see the next verse. Not only with the practice, vairagya is also important for us. We have to remember this all the time. And next verse, Lord is explaining for whom this yoga of meditation is possible and for whom it is not possible. Now the eligibility criteria comes. Asanyatatmana yogo dushprapaiti me matihi vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayataha. Asanyatatmana, a man of uncontrolled self. Sanyatatma means controlled self. Asanyatatmana means uncontrolled self. Yogo dushprapa is very difficult to attain. Dushprapa. Iti me mati. It is my opinion. It is my mata. It is my view. Vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayata. Vashyatmana, who is self-controlled one. Lord told, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha kriyate. Now who is following that? They are called Vashyatmana tu yatata. Vashyatmana. They are self-controlled. Vashyatmana tu yatata. They are the striving ones who keep practicing that, who keep following that. Yatata. Shakyo vaptumupayataha. It is possible for them. Avaptum. To obtain that. Upayataha. By the proper means. You have got the way, what you have to follow, the abhyasa and the vairagya, and then you can get that by the worships, there are many ways. So, upayataha means following these ways: shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam, upasana, worshipping, karmakanda, everything, whatever we know. And we are still sitting here, listening to the interpretation, attending our classes, and we are trying to connect the people, spread this Geeta as much as we can. All these are the ways to attain that. We are stepping, we are moving further on that path of realizing the God. There is no guarantee that we can get that in this birth. Many births it will take, but certainly we are going to get that. How many steps we are going to cover in this birth, that depends on ourselves. Now let's see the next verse. Arjuna puts a question about the fate of such imperfect yogis. Very nice question and very valid question. Arjuna uvacha ayate shraddhayopeto yoga chalitamanasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhing kangating Krishna gacchati. This question is from our side. Arjuna is asking. Let's see the second shloka also, then we will go to the meaning. Kachinno bhayavibhrashtaschinna bhramevanashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. Here Arjuna asked, the people like us, all of us. Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, feeling to achieve the perfection. We all are trying, we all are learning Geeta, we all are trying to get some realization of that God. We are also trying to do the worshipping, and we are just stepping on that path and we are trying to achieve that. But Arjuna is asking, if someone is walking on that path, but still, yet he has not achieved that, he has not attained that perfection, attained that Lord, attained that Paramatman. So what happens to them? They have the Shraddha, they are possessed of faith, and they are walking on that path, but they have not achieved the perfection yet. And whose mind is deviated from yoga also. We are walking on that path, okay. We have not achieved that perfection, okay. But some people they have deviated from that path of yoga. They have practiced for long, but somehow they are not deviated. They are not following that. They are no more practicing that. So what happens to them? They neither have achieved the God, nor they have achieved the perfection. And now some people are also deviated from that path. What happens to those? Kachinno bhaya brashtaschinna bhramevanashyati apratishto mahabaho vimodho brahmanapati. Mahabaho. fallen from both. Neither they got the God realization, nor they are following that more. So what happens to them? Fallen from both, without support, deluded on the path of Brahman. They are now deluded. Now they are not walking on that path of Brahman. They are deluded. Does he not get ruined like a scattered cloud? Now Arjuna is taking an example to explain his query. He's telling, he's actually concerned about that, because he's also thinking that I am also on that state only. So he's asking, does not they get ruined or scattered like a scattered cloud? What a scattered cloud is? What happens? Some clouds are, they don't get the chance. They are not descend on this earth in the rain form. And neither they are in the cloud form. They are destroyed. They are scattered completely. Neither in the rain form, they got what they have to, actually same as God realization, nor they are having, they are in the form of cloud. No more they are in the form of cloud also. Means we are not on that path of Brahman also. We are deviated from that. So are we ruined? Because those clouds are just destroyed. They are nowhere now. Not in the rain form, not in the cloud form. So they are just destroyed. So is this going to happen with those yogis also who are deluded on that path and no more following that path? And neither they have got the realization also. What is their gati? Kang gating Krishna gachati? What they are going to get? What their situation will be? Will they get ruined like that cloud? So the answer is certainly no. Next verse, let's see. Etanme samshayam Krishna chetumarhasya sheshatah twadanyas samshayasyasya chetana hyupapadyate. You should all together. Now Arjuna also knows whatever I am asking, only Krishna can answer those questions. Not everyone can answer. So etad, this, me samshayam, this is my doubt. Krishna, oh Krishna, chetum arhasya sheshatah. You can only, asheshatah chetum arhasya, you are only able to destroy it completely, dispel it completely. Chetum arhasi, asheshatah completely. Tvadanyaha samshayasyasya, tvad anyaha samshayasya asya cheta na hi upapadyate. Other than you, there is no dispeller of this who can destroy my doubt, who can dispel my doubt. No one other than you can do that. Tadanya samshayasya asya cheta na hi upapadyate. Other than you, there is no cheta, there is no dispeller. So now, see, in Khandavan Prasanga also, when Agnidev asked Arjuna to burn that Khandavanam, because there are so many animals and they are not letting anyone to go in that, and there is no use of that one also, to just burn that. So Arjuna was a bit afraid that Indra will be coming, because the Tachak Naga, the friend of that Indra, is staying in that vana. So if I start burning that, so Indra will come there, and how I can fight with the lords, with the devatas, with the deities? How I can do that? But he just looked at Krishna, and he had a great belief that when the Krishna is with me, I can do anything. Hamare saath Shri Raghunath to kis baat ki chinta. Arjuna had this feeling forever, all the time, all the moments. He had that feeling. So he thought, okay, Krishna is with me. Always knows. That's why he's telling, Etan me samshayam chetumarhasya shisha. You can only dispel that. There is no other dispeller of this samshaya. You are only the one. You have to answer this. So let's, in next verse, Lord is going to clear that doubt. When we surrendered, Lord has no other option for him. He has to do that. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Parthanaivehanamatra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyana krit kaschid durgatin tata gacchati. Krishna uses the Partha when he feels, actually he loves Arjuna so much already, but sometimes we are loving our children, but sometimes the moment if they are asking something or they are in front, we get more love for them. So the same happens whenever Krishna feels more love, get that more loving feeling for Arjuna, he uses that Partha words. Word. When Arjuna is telling only you are the dispeller of that, he is surrendering himself. Now Krishna is getting that love for Arjuna, realizing that again. That's why he uses Partha. Parthanaive mutra vinashastasya vidyate. All these verses, starting from 40th shloka, this next 7 verses actually is going to be for us. What is our situation, what we will be getting, and how our lives will be in this birth and hereafter also. Partha naiveha namutra vinashas tasya vidyate. Tasya vinashaha naiva vidyate. The Lord said neither here in this word nor there, after that, thereafter also, in next words also, Arjuna, is there a destruction for him? As you told, will they get ruined like a scattered cloud? Is it going to happen with them who has not realized the God yet, and also they are deviated from this path? So Lord is telling, no, certainly not. They are not going to get destruction. There is no destruction for him. No one who does good karma ever comes to an evil end. Lord declared here, in your life, even you have done some good karma, 1 or 2, something you have done good. If you have done good karma, you will never get the evil end. There will be a good end for you. But still, remember the 5th chapter will be coming, and Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayaha. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. At the moment of dying, when we are dying, when we are leaving this body, this kalevaram, whatever we remember, whatever comes in our minds, that is only our end. And we are going to get in next life, in next birth, the same thing that was at the end of our lives. So we have to be very careful. And now this is very easy concept. Whatever we will be doing in our life for the entire life, the papa karmas and so wrong karmas, we will be doing that. And at the moment of dying, we will remember the Lord and we will get that paramgati. That is not going to happen. The samana, as I told, the meditation is samana pratyay pravaha. That is very important. Keep practicing. In Brahma Sutras, Lord explained, actually, Brahma Sutra, Veda Vyasaji explained many times. If you have not practiced enough in your life, and in Avrityadhikaranam, actually, Avritya Sakratopadeshat Lingacha. These are the sutras in that Adhikaranam. Their Lord's, their Veda Vyasaji says, his Tatparya, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in Shankara Bhashyam, whatever we are doing, we need to practice that till the end. Not one time we practice and we will attain that, or not 2 times, or not 3 times. We have to keep practicing till the end, until we are died. Because that pravaha, that pratyaya is important. If we are getting many pratyas, many thoughts in our minds, we will not get that Lord in our minds at the moment of time. We have to keep practicing. So same here, Lord is telling, there is no bad end for them. If they have done something good, they will be getting that next birth or this birth good only. So how good? Let's see next verse. Prapya punya kritan lokanushitva shashvati samah Shuchinam Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā yoga bhrashto bhijayate. This word is for us, yoga bhrashta. We all are yoga bhrashtas. We all are none other than that yoga bhrashta. Because we have got this path of Gita. We are trying to learn that. We are trying to live Gita. We are trying to apply those principles in our lives. Why that is happening? We have started this journey here. We had started in our previous births. This is just, we are continuing from here. That is yoga bhrashta. Let's see the meaning of the shloka. He who has fallen away from yoga is born again in the house of the pure and prosperous after having attained the words of doer of good deeds and dwelt there for many long years. We must have seen in 1 week ago only, before 1 week only, in one welcome ceremony, one child came 3 years. And he has memorized 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. One child came 6-year-old and he had memorized complete Gita, all the 18 chapters. So is it something they are doing in this life? 5-year-old child, they don't know how to speak properly. And these children are memorizing Gita, memorizing the shlokas, memorizing the chapter. How is it happening? When, if we have heard that news a few years back, Privrat Patil, the son of the great Vedantin, Devdatta Patilji. I actually met with him, Devdatta Patilji, and Privrat, his son. He had cleared the Vedanta Mahapariksha in the age of 15. How can that happen? That pariksha itself takes 3 years or 5 years to clear that, and each grantha, each philosophical text, the people, they will be asking from anywhere, any page number, any concept they are going to ask. And you can clear that in the age of 15. How can that happen? Because they are not someone who has started that journey from here. They are the Vedantins in previous births. In this birth, they are just revising. A 3-year child and a 6-year child, they are memorizing Gita. They are not remembering Gita. They are not memorizing. They are just revising those shlokas, whatever they have learned in their previous births. There is just revision. Other than that, 3-year and 6-year child cannot memorize the shlokas. That is not possible. So they are certainly a yoga bhrashta. We all are also not like 3-year or 6-year. They are greater than us. But we are on the spiritual path. We have got this path again because we had started our journey in previous births. Now we are just continuing. Prapya punyakritam lokan. Whether they will be getting the punyakritam lokan, the swargaloka, or the punyakritam. There are so many lokas, not just swargaloka. You will be getting the happiness. You do good karmas, you will get swargaloka. Not just one loka. There are many lokas superior to Manushya Loka. You can get any of those. Gandharva, Yaksha, they get that. So, Prapya Punya Kritam Lokan Ushitva Shashwati Samaha. Yes, Shuchinam, for longer time you will be getting, or you will be getting the birth in the Shuchinam Śrīmatang Gehe. Who is the pure people or Śrīmatam? They are already practicing that, worshipping, and they are good. They are already on a spiritual path. You will be getting the birth at their homes. So, Suchinan Śrīmatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Bhijayate. The Yoga Bhrashta who has started yoga journey before and now just continuing. Let's see the next verse. Athava yoginamev kule bhavati dhimatam etadhirlabhataram loke janmayadidrisham. The destiny of other strivers who fall from that yoga, who's not getting the prapya punyakritam lokan also, and neither they are getting the birth in Shuchinam Śrīmatang Gehe. What happens to them? Athava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam. He is born in the family of wise yogins, person possessing knowledge of Brahman already. There are 2 types of people. One, like us, just worshipping and we are on a spiritual path, we believe in God. That is one fact. But another is the people who are always already on that path of Brahman. Means they are studying Vedanta, because other than study of Vedanta, we cannot get that Brahman. That is very difficult. That can happen with the devotion to that Supreme Self. So that is very important. So as we can say, Mani Dravid Shastrigal, he is the top, one of the top Vedantis of India. So they are on that path of Brahman. They are trying to follow that tradition. So whether you will be getting the Punyakatam Lokam, or you will be getting the birth at the homes of pure people, wise people, or you will be getting the birth at the homes of the people, they are already on that path of Brahman. They are possessing the knowledge of Brahman already. Yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam. Already following that Brahma path tradition, you will be born at their homes. Etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidrisham. But this is very difficult, because among lakhs of people, only 1 or 2 people are following that Brahma path, and you get the birth at their homes. That is very difficult. That's why I say etadhi durlabhataram. That is very difficult. That is very rare, because they are only the people like them are very rare. They are following the Brahma path, and you are getting the birth. Like Privrat Patil I said, the Devdatta Patil ji, the Ramakrishna Bhatt ji, and the Mani Dravid Shastri ji, these are the Vedantis. They have studied Vedanta very deeply. They are already on that path of Brahman, and we get the birth at their homes. That is very difficult. So etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidrisham. Very difficult. Let's see the next verse. What happens to him after his birth there? Okay, he born. Now what happens? Tatra tam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate chatato bhuya sansiddhau kurunandana. There he regains the disposition of mind which he had in his former body. The same concept. We have deposited our money in bank, and later after 2 or 3 years, we went back to take that. We have not spent that money anywhere. So that is saved in our account. So same in spiritual. The worldly wealth will be destroyed, but that wealth, that spiritual wealth never get destroyed. That is always in our account only. And that account is our previous births and that sanchita karma, prarabdha, kriyamad, all that is our money. We are just depositing. So tatra tab buddhi sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam. Whatever has been done in previous births, in previous bodies, paurvadehikam labhate buddhi sanyoga, because that intellect, that was whatever we had learned, that was stored in this intellect. That's why this term buddhi sanyogam, tatratam labhate. He gets whatever he has the disposition of his mind, which he had in his former body. Yatate chatato bhuya samsiddhau kurunandana. O Arjuna, Kurunandana, the name of Arjuna, because he is born in the Kuru Vamsha. Kurunandana, O Arjuna, and from there he strives much more for success in yoga. Even previously he was practicing, but when he is born in dhimatam, kule bhavati dhimatam, at their homes, what happens? He even better than before, faster than before, he started striving for that, for getting that Parabrahma knowledge. Yatate chatato bhuya tato, better than before. Tato bhuya, greater, much more, for success in yoga. Sansiddhau kurunandana. Now, as I told, worldly wealth is destroyed, but the spiritual wealth is never destroyed. So whatever we will be learning, if we memorize Bhagavad Gita in this birth, in next birth, we may start speaking that those shlokas in 2 or 3 year old when we will be. So that can happen with anyone because that wealth will be stored. That is not never going to be destroyed. पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव हीयते ह्यवशोऽपि सः जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते. By the power of his earlier practice, whatever he had stored already, he is carried forward even against his will. If we have done enough karmas, even we can realize that in this birth also sometimes we are not feeling that, we are just feeling okay, I'm not feeling like attending the class, I'm not feeling like sitting in Vivechana and listening for 1 hour. And for some good karmas, I don't want to go to that Havan home, I don't want to worship. I am feeling, these feelings come because of alasya pramada. But we are again and again forced by those karmas which we have done in our previous births, that you have to do this. So against our will, I am feeling that I'm not feeling like doing this, but still we are doing that. Why? There may be someone here, they are not feeling like listening to Vivechana for a while, but they're still sitting here. Why? Because Purva Abhyasena Tenaiva, whatever they have done, the power of that karma, by the power of his earlier practice, he is carried forward. Even we are carried forward, even against our will. Jigyasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Even though he is practicing that yoga, he is about to get that yoga, he transcends the Shabda Brahma Prakriti. Whatever the Sakama karmas he is doing, he is just Atikramanam, means he just transcends that. He crossed that. Now he is no more connected to that Sakam karmas, and Shabda Brahma he goes beyond that. Shabda Brahma Ativartate, going beyond something. So Shabda Brahma is that Sakama karmas, all the karmas, and the Prakriti we can also refer here with the Shabda Brahma word. So he goes beyond that. Now the Prakriti means the three gunas, Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. These gunas are telling us do something, not to do something. I'm feeling like sleeping, whatever. These gunas are telling, that is happening as because of Prakriti. So that person goes beyond that Prakriti, against our will. Going against our will is going against the Prakriti, going beyond that Prakriti. So Shabda Brahmati Vartate. Now the Lord explains the condition of such a striver. Who's born in their families, and now they started practicing even faster than before. So what happens? The condition of them. प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी संशुद्ध किल्बिषः अनेक जन्म संसिद्धस्ततो याति परांगतिम. Then after many lives, see here also aneka janma sansiddha, not in one birth. Never believe that we are going to get that Brahman in one birth. That is not possible. And we are not in hurry also. If we are in hurry, we will get that in this birth. We will be in hurry when the time comes and we are very near to that. We are just about to attain that. Then that comes in our mind that now I want. My shikha, in Upanishads, we take the reference, my shikha is burning. Now I can't stand. I have to find that water. And which water? That ocean of Brahman, from where we have come. We all have come, the drops of that ocean. So then after many lives, this student of spirituality, who honestly strives, cleansed off all his stains. Yogi, Sanshuddha Kilbishaha. All these stains are just destroyed, cleansed. Aneka Janma Sansiddhas. After many lives. And perfected through many births. Now I am perfected. In one birth, I tried a bit. Then in next birth, I tried a bit. Then in next birth, I was trying a bit. So after trying longer and longer and longer, finally putting one drop in that glass, putting one drop of that water, finally we have filled that glass. That happens. in many births I have practiced, and now I have got the perfection, and now I am perfected through many births. Now I am able to attain that perfection, and that person reaches to the supreme. So that yoga bhrashta concept will be coming again and again for many births, and after those births, that person will finally get that Parabrahma. Aneka Janma Sansiddha. He is perfected through many births and attains that Parangatim. He reaches to that supreme self. Now in next verse, Bhagwan Krishna tells the glory of that yoga. Tapasvibhyodhiko yogi yanibhyopi madodhikaha karmibhyashchadhiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. If you have seen Learn Geeta logo very clearly, minorly, so you must have get that this is our motto of Learn Geeta program. Yogi bhavarjuna. You should become a yogi. After completing the 6th chapter, all the discipline of meditation, telling all the ways and how we all are born as a yoga bhrashta, and we are going to complete our this journey for many births, and then we will be getting that supreme. That is all the concept. So now he is telling Vidi, Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna, tapasvibhyodhiko yogi jnanibhyopi matodhika. A yogi is higher than a man of austerity. Tapasvibhyodhiko yogi, who is doing the tapas, who is performing the austerity. The yogi is higher than them, and he is considered higher even than the man of knowledge, the Jnanibhyopi. Jnani yogi is then the Jnani yogi is also, he is higher. Jnanibhyopi matodhikaha karmibhyashchadhiko yogi. Even he is higher than the please mute. Yeah, he is even higher than the karma yogi also, the man of actions. That's why, therefore, O Arjuna, become a yogin. Now we know why we have that motto, this sentence as motto of Learn Geeta. Be a yogi. You don't need to become a Jnana yogi or a Karma yogi or a Dhyana yogi. No, you just become a yogi. Yoga means the unity with that Lord. Yogi means I am connected with that Lord now. So get connected to that. Now in next verse, which yogi to become? Now Lord told, okay, Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna, you become a yogi. Now which yogi? The question arises. He is going to answer. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam sameyuktatamo mataha. Yoginam api sarvesham, even among all the yoginam api sarvesham means among all. Yoginam api, among all the yogins. Madgatenantaratmana, madgatena antaratmana. He who adores me with his mind fixed on me. Madgatena antaratmana, who has fixed their minds on me. Shraddhavan, who has faith. Yomam bhajati. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam, who worships me, who adores me as a supreme and have the faith in me. Same yuktamo mataha, considered by me. Same me yuktatamo, that person considered by me, that yogi is considered by me, be the best of the yogis. Yuktatamo, best of the yogis. Tamo mataha, yuktatamo mata, that yogi is the best among all the yogis, among the Jnana yogi, Karma yogi, Dhyana yogi. So ultimately Lord is telling the yoga of devotion here. We should have the devotion towards the Lord, and worshipping that Lord with a great devotion and surrendering ourselves as Lord. Ananyaschantayanto mam ye janav paryupasate teshan nityabhyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyam. If we completely surrender ourselves to that Lord, He will be taking care of everything for us. whatever we have and whatever is needed for us. So you will be taking care of everything. So these are the 47 shloka. Ultimately, Lord is told, Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna, the motto of learn Gita. You become a yogi, and which yogi? The yogi of devotion. You should become the yogi of devotion. See, so ultimately we should have the devotion towards the Lord. Now let's see the Pushpika, then we will complete today's session. Om Tatsaditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyāyāṃ Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Atma Sanyama Yogo Nama Shashthodhyayaha. Atma Sanyama Yoga, the name of the chapter, yoga of self-control. So we've seen how to meditate, how to worship that Lord, how to meditate on that Lord, and what happens after that meditation, and how we can control our mana. And after controlling the mana, our self is controlled, because mana is only the most flickering part of our body. So if we are able to control that mana, it means we have won over ourselves. So Om Tat Sat iti Śrīmad Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. All these three names of that Brahman. If we say Om, we are referring to that Parabrahma. If we say Tat, again we are referring to that Brahma. And if we say Sat, only that is real. Again we are referring to that Sat only. So Om Tat Sat, if we say this, it means we are remembering that Parabrahman in all the ways. And this also means if we have occurred any mistake, you have occurred while chanting the shlokas, or I have occurred while explaining the meaning of those shlokas. So whatever are the mistakes occurred by us, they will be forgiven because we are remembering that Lord. So Om Tat Sat iti means indication of completion of something. Atha Shashthodhyayaha, Atha means the starting, indication of start, and iti is the indication of end. Om Tatsaditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyāyāṃ Yoga Shastre. Thus, with the word of Om Tat Sat, the names of the Lord in the Upanishads of Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Brahma, the Supreme, the science of self-control, the Atma Sanyama Yoga, and the dialogue between the Shri Krishna and Arjuna, Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambade, Atma Sanyama Yogo Nama Shashthodhyayaha. This is the 6th chapter we have completed here. So let's do 2 minutes Sankirtana, then we will end up today. Sit calmly and remember that Lord Swarupa. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Gopala Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. Meenakshi ji.
Yes, thank you so much, Rupal Didi. Thank you so much. It is like you are overpowered with your voice, your presence, and all the examples. And yes, the most important, Atma Sanyam, and the way to become yogi, like you said. And so reassuring that whatever we are learning, whatever the biological age, our spiritual journey will continue and will be given birth in appropriate place, whatever we leave behind right now in this, from this body. So if anybody has a question, I can see Basant Mishra ji, but please switch on your video, Bhaiya. Anybody who has a question, please switch on your video and then raise your hand. Thank you, Bhaiya. Unmute yourself, Bhaiya. Yeah, please ask your question.
Yeah,
Ji,
my first appreciation to the speaker.
Yes, Bhaiya, please ask your question.
Rupali ji. It's
Rupal Didi, yeah.
wonderfully, beautifully explained. I have no words to have appreciation. But there is one question arises. You said there are types of yogis, many yogis. But amongst those yogis who practice with bhakti to get the paramgati, so all the yogis are trying to have paramgati with practice and God realization. So amongst these, which yogi is the best? All are trying.
Again, the same answer. Lord is so merciful towards us, and He is whatever He is telling, that is for us. Jnana yogis, whatever they will be performing, they are already going on that path. Kleshodhiktarastesham avyakta sakta cheta. There is a more trouble, and they will be facing the difficulties, but still they are following. So Lord is telling for a general audience, for us, making the Arjuna medium, nimitta matram bhava sabvesachin. He is telling for us. So the easiest way for us is devotion. That's why He is telling, Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. You just fix your mind on me.
Those who are having bhakti devasana, they are keeping their mind on Him only, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those
That
who are
is it.
diversified yoga vrashta, that is different. But with all these yogis, Gyan yogis and other yogis,
Yeah.
they are putting their bhakti with devotion towards Him to get the realization.
Yes, all the ways to reach to Him, but easiest way is bhakti.
Right.
Yes, that's why in 12th chapter, also in 2nd verse, when Arjuna asked, Ke yoga vittamaha, he answered, Maya veshamano yamam nitya yukta upasate. Who is worshipping me with their fixed mind, on me, and they are just adoring me as the supreme. They are only the supreme, and they are only the yoga vittamaha. They only know the yoga. Yes, Meenakshi.
Thank
Ji.
you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you.
Jai
Thank
Shri
you,
Krishna.
Bhaiya. Jai Shri- Didi, I don't see any more raised hands. Your explanation was so wonderful, so clear that I'm sure nobody has a question. Usha Ramani
Oh my
Didi.
God.
Yeah. Please switch on your video also. Oh, now we have some raised hands. Usha Didi? Yeah. Yes, yes. Didi.
This is, I want to clear that 41 sloka, meaning of the second charana. It is Prapya Punya Pitam Lokam Ushitva Shashvati Sama. I want
Samaha means the years, and Ushitva, having read that, and everlasting. Shashvati means everlasting. So for longer time, you will be there. You
Then
have
again we'll come
born
back.
as a yoga bhrashta, and now for longer time you will be there. You will be staying there, and you will be continuing your practice.
Oh.
Okay?
And then again he will be born.
Sorry?
Again he will be born. He will be in Punya
Born.
Loka. And
Yes,
then
yes.
again he will.
If we will be keep following this path only, we are not deviating from here, then we will again get the birth as yoga bhrashta.
But he won't get mukti in the halfway.
That
With
will
full
take
devotion.
many births, but certainly we are going to get. There is a hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, Premlata ji, please unmute.
Jai Shri Krishna. Rupal ji, it's
Ji,
a
Jai
joy to hear you speak. It's something I don't like to miss. It's a wonderful thing that the way you say it, the presentation, everything is so very beautiful at this young age. You say it so well. And I just have one doubt that like what you said, the previous birth's effect will be there in the next birth. That's why we start early. I mean, children learn fast and all that. But just at the last moment of death, some people say that if you think of something, then you end up getting that kind of a birth and all that. But again, I have a samadhan for myself, saying that maybe in all these years of jap and tap and everything, probably we will never miss thinking of the Lord, because we are already practicing. Is it right? Or
Yes, if we are keep practicing, that will not happen other than the vairagya
even
and
in pain,
abhyasa.
the death, at the time of death, there's a severe pain, as what people say, but we don't know. One has to go through it only at that time. But even at that time, I mean, through practice, maybe we will not slip on that, is what I
Yes,
also
yes,
feel.
exactly. How much we have practiced that pratyaya, that thought only comes when we are dying. If we are so much
That
connected
is
to
why
our
we are,
families, our homes, and whatever property we have. So what happens if I was remembering my home and my family? I am so much connected to them. I'm just remembering my home. So I will not become home in next birth, but what will be happening? I will become a lizard in that home. So that happens.
Oh.
Okay, so I will not become that home. I will not become that house, and I will become that lizard in that house.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
so that happens.
One
If I am
more doubt
remembering
is,
mango, I love so much. So I will not become that mango. I will be a worm inside that mango, eating that
oh my
all the
God.
time.
Okay. No, and I would like to know this word yoga brashta, you said. Is it brashta or
Bhrashta, bhra,
brashta?
mahaprana.
Now, what is
Bhra.
the meaning of just brashta alone?
No,
I
that
was
is a different meaning. Don't know.
because I was thinking the word brashta means that you have
Yeah, you
done something
have done
against.
something wrong. Yeah,
Like, yeah,
that was my concept also, and that is
but
generally
you're
used in Hindi.
saying you said that you have, because of the previous births you get that yoga brushed and it is continuing. But I was thinking that your word yoga brushed is something negative.
Previously, I used to think the same, but after learning all these meanings, I got to know that bhrashta word is not just referred as in Hindi we are using this. Yoga bhrashta is something you have done something in previous birth. Now that yoga only continuing in this life.
Continuing. Okay.
Yes.
One more small doubt. This is something very personal. I noticed that you are having a tilak which is long on your forehead. Even Ashuji keeps like that. My son-in-law is Ramanujacharya.
Identity of Geeta Parivar. Yeah, Ramanujacharya Sampradaya.
Yeah, but my son-in-law says, I was asking about that, and he was saying that that little white V-like thing in the bottom before the tilak is like Lakshmi and Narayan together, it seems. So only you're using the long tilak means it is only Narayan and Lakshmi is left or something like that, he was saying, but I don't know. I just want
there
to have
are actually different sampradayas, the Advaita Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya Sampradaya, Nimbarkacharya. Yeah, Vishishta Advaita, Advaita Advaita, then Vishuddha Advaita. There are so many sampradayas. So actually we are Advaitis.
Okay.
We are actually Advaitis, but we follow the Saguna Sakara also, the Nirguna Nirakara also, and the Advaita also. So we all are actually the mixture of everything. We are not actually following some Shaiva Darshana or Vaishnava Darshana. We are following everything. That happens.
No, but one more little thing is there at the point of these Acharya Trayos were there were no such indications or marking Tripurna or the vertical Nama or the horizontal one. They all didn't possess all those things. I think it is later on added on. At that time, they did not have.
That time, there was something as applying Tripunda, they are Shaiva, applying like this, like they are Vaishnava. So there was a specific meaning is connected with the tilak, but that we are not following this time. We are actually not referring to the tilaks and referring to that meaning connected to that tilak. No, we are just applying it.
Also, they have in Balaji's temple, you will have the Vainama.
Actually, he was the scholar. We are worshipping everyone because they all are scholars. Even we cannot achieve so much knowledge like them. So we are just worshipping everyone, and we are considering them as a scholar. Shankaracharya also, Ramanujacharya also, Nimbarkacharya also, everyone. There is no problem. But this tilak refers to only Geeta Parivar, not Lakshmi and Narayana. We are just applying it. Following that, we are Vaishnavas, and yeah, actually my Ishtadev is Shivji, so I can't say anything about it. Please, Premlata ji, you are muted. If you have any doubt for that. Yeah, okay, Jai Shri Krishna.
Ramesh Bhaiya.
Ramesh ji, please unmute.
Yeah, Jai Shri Krishna. In in Shloka 43, the Lord has used the one Siddhido Kurunandan. Why the Lord has used that Kurunandan when it was the Pandava, Arjuna? Kuru means that from the other side. So Lord has
No, other side, no. Kuru is his Purvaj. The first Kuru, then Kuru, and then so many kings, and then Shantanu. After the Shantanu, the Vichitravirya. After the Vichitravirya, Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Then after Dhritarashtra and Pandu, the Kauravas and Pandavas. Pandavas are also actually the Kauravas only. But because of that discrimination, Pandavas and Kauravas has taken all the bhumi and all the wealth from them, the Rajya, all the kingdom. So later they are called Pandavas, just to differentiate that these are the Kauravas. Everyone is Kaurava because they are the vanshaj of that Kuru, that King Kuru. That's why that is called Kurukshetra, because that is the tapasthali of that Kuru king, a specific king. Okay.
Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Yes, Usha Ramani ji again.
That Dede was asking, no, say at the deathbed, if a devotee is so strong in jap, tap, everything, in the deathbed, because of illness, if she or he cannot think about God, God has promised. I have listened to that, and I have heard Ramanujacharya will be asking the God, if the devotee cannot think about you, what happens to them? Even after doing those, so
what is the question, Didi? Didi, what is
that Didi was asking, when at the deathbed, if you cannot think about God or good things, if you are thinking about home or something, the Rupali Didi was telling, we can burn as a lizard in that house. But what I am feeling is, I have heard Ramanujacharya asked once in Sriranga, he asked the God, what happens if your devotee cannot think about you at this deathbed? So God promises, I will think about him. I will come there. So you need not worry, because that illness cannot make him to think about God that time. For some people, everyone cannot think about God during that time. That is one
Didi.
I want to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to.
Thank you. Thank
yes,
you.
yes, Usha. Actually, when we surrender ourselves, the Lord takes care of us.
Yeah.
There is no problem at all. Just we have to get that. Yes, Shashi Thakurji, please say.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. It's really very good explanation, and I am very much impressed. Though I have joined Hindi classes, but I like to listen you. I have a question. Sometimes Krishna call Arjun Bharatarshava, Kaunteya, or Pandava, or sometimes Kurunandan. So why
there are different meanings?
Yeah.
Someone, my mother calls me Rupal, my teacher called me Rupa because the grammatically Rupal is not right. So they call me Rupa. Someone is here calling me Rupali Didi. So they are calling me with different names. Someone calls me Tilakwali Didi. Someone calls me brown hair Didi. So they are calling me, someone calls me Gori Wali Didi. Someone calls me Sivi Wali Didi. So they are calling me with different names. So why they are calling me, I can't say. Just whatever they know. The Lord is, in previous times, they used to, that is Sambodhana.
Is there any specific meaning to
Yeah. Everything is having a specific meaning. I'm explaining Kurunandan. I told that he was the vanshaj of Kuru. And whenever it comes, Partha, Pritha Putra, Pritha is the name of Kunti, Partha, Kaunteya, again the son of Kunti, Kaunteya, Mahabaho, the mighty armed person. And there are so many that you can take up that task. Search on Google all the meanings you will get. Yes.
Atul Dada, please switch on your video also, Dada.
Shashiji got muted. Yes, Atulji, please say.
Oh, ma'am, is there a difference between yogi and celibacy?
Which one?
Celibacy.
Yogi and celibacy.
Brahmacharya and yogi, Didi.
Yeah.
Brahmacharya and yogi. Both are different things actually. Brahmacharya is, I don't know if Brahmacharya also having two meanings. One is ashrama perspective. Brahmacharya, then Grahastha, then Vanaprastha, then Sannyasa ashrama. And Brahmacharya also means like Hanumanji and Bhishma Pitama. They were not married at all. So they are Brahmacharis. So Brahmacharya is different thing and yogi is different. Yogi anyone can become. Brahmachari everyone cannot become. So they are actually separate meanings. There is no comparison. So that I can tell the Brahmachari and yogi is same or different. Okay? I think you got okay. Actually, I have a meeting now, so I have to leave for that. If any question is left, we can take up that in next session.
Okay, I'll take this opportunity to thank you once more. Never enough words to thank you for how you bring this entire session to life. Thank you all the technical team who's working behind Anjali Didi, Gopal Bhaiya and everybody whose name cannot be mentioned to make this session a success. Thank you to the sadhaks who have come and being here, appreciating the efforts and listening carefully and bringing Geeta ji to life. Please become Sevis. Please become part of this parivar rather than calling your Geeta parivar. Remove the Y and make it our parivar. And let's work together to bring Geeta ji to as many people as possible. And we are going to bring the session to the end. Rupal Didi, will we be playing the Hanuman Chalisa? Yes, right?
Anjali Didi is here. Yeah, I think.
So we will be. But before to bring this session to end, I will request, like I said, prayer is the key to the morning and bolt to the night. So before bringing this, let's offer this entire session to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And for that, I'm going to call forward Mamta Didi. Mamta Didi is from Lucknow and she joined Geeta Parivar in May of 2022. In this short span of 1 year, she's serving as GC, Tech, calling team and calling migration team. She is a housewife and loves listening to satsangs and reading spiritual book, and she is in the right parivar to take this forward. Mamta Didi, please bring this session to close by offering it to Shri Krishna.
सभी को जय श्री कृष्णा. योगीशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं रजप्रियं धर्म संस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरो. श्री कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरो. जय श्री कृष्ण.
Jai Shri Krishna Di, thank you so much, all of you. Please come back next week because we'll be starting a new chapter on Monday. All of you will be going into the new chapter this Monday. So do go through Monday to Friday and come back on Saturday for the Vivechan. But before we leave, let's all remember Hanumanji and sing this Hanuman Chalisa along with us before ending the session. Anjali Didi.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपी सति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज काज करिबे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे, सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है, प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman. Stay in bliss, stay blessed. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, everybody. And